Welcome to Hearth and Hammer. We are so glad that you're joining us tonight, and it is our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
We started a little late because our fantastic firefighter Noah was out saving lives. And so we are here ready to entertain ourselves at the very least. So, but we are so glad that you're here, and we're so thankful for you being here tonight. We are a family-friendly D&D show, and whether you're watching us live, you're joining us on Twitch, or you're listening on podcast or watching on YouTube, we thank you. And we never honestly thought that we would be here a year later. Not that we doubted ourselves, but I just don't think any of us thought this far ahead.
Yeah, no,
I
not
know
at all.
I didn't.
I was just trying to learn.
Yeah. We started this out of a desire for Reborn and for Dr. Heels to experience D&D for the first time, and now both of them have started DMing their own home campaigns with some friends, which is fantastic. Proud of you guys. You guys have come a long way, and so thankful for you guys. And then I'm just thankful for this group of guys because honestly,
100%.
you're amazing. And I enjoy getting to talk to you on a weekly basis, especially in a time where we're, limiting all of our interactions with people. So I appreciate you guys.
And coming in our second year,
Yes.
at some point in this coming year, we
have
will be
live
doing a
experience.
meetup. We will be doing a meetup.
Yes.
I don't know where or when, but we'll
figure
make
it out.
happen at some point.
We'll meet
right.
in the Bahamas because right now there's like $200
Hey,
tickets
like
for 5-day stay.
Let's
Nice.
do
All right,
it.
I'm down.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Nice. All right. Well, like I said, today is episode 39. If you missed any of our previous shows, please find us wherever you find podcasts, or go subscribe to our YouTube channel because we could really use your help getting to 100 subscribers so that we can get the Hearth and Hammer URL. That would be fantastic. You can also find, if you don't know where to find us on podcast form, you can go to anchor.fm/hearthandhammer. And if you want to know more about our amazing music and sound effects, you can check out monumentstudios.net. That's monumentstudios.net. They have movie quality soundtracks, sound effects, and they just came out with a whole brand new set that's incredible. You should definitely check them out. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. Like I said, we started late, but I think it's going to be okay. I think you're going to be okay.
He thinks he's going to be able to kill us off in just a couple
I'm
rounds
going to
of
try.
combat.
Just kidding. All right. Well, with that, join us by the hearth as we forge a new adventure and continue where we left off.
All right, come on, Seth. It's a year anniversary. Give
It's
it
a
to
year
like
anniversary.
give
Okay.
us the celebration. The
Celebration.
say it like you mean it, Seth.
Like you mean it. All right. Now I'm in the spot and I got to think of a way to say it, right?
I'm just waiting to like cough in the middle of the intro so that we get that nice unclean
That's
audio
true.
slate.
It's true. Let's see. We need the campfire.
There it is.
There it is.
That's nice.
So, the Hearth and Hammer. The most comfortable place that you can get a fresh pint of ale and gadgets and gear. Join us by the hearth as we forge a new adventure.
That's good. That's good. I felt that. Wow.
So,
Oh, gosh.
last time on Hearth and Hammer,
Uh-huh.
the intrepid adventurers found the monster they sought. They approached with caution the beholder on the hill, discovering that it's no longer alive, but wandering the mushroom forest in undeath. After fighting the creature, as well as several spiders who were attracted by the commotion, the crew were able to down their foe. But their initial relief turned to fear as the beholder rose once more. Heroes of Hupperduke, we left in the midst of battle. So, let's return to that place of an undead beholder.
Of death
Of death.
for us.
Let's return to that place of death. First, let's go back to our battle music here. There
Does
we
anybody
go.
remember where we were in the initiative order?
We were at the top of the round. I stopped us there.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, so definitely I go first. I had a 45 on initiative. You may have
And,
written that down wrong.
You rolled 4d5 for initiative? What the heck? Those don't even exist, man.
All right. So, if you recall, actually, let's see if that is the way.
You also got to readjust Dr. Heels a little bit there on that scene for some reason.
I do see that. Thank you. I don't know why his camera got
Oh, yeah.
smaller.
My camera went rogue.
Yeah, and then
I had to
let's
move where my camera was. I'm now way over here on the side of my screen, but it centered me on the scene.
Yeah, I know. I had to slide.
I know. I always
midway
always
over.
look and see where I'm at. I'm like, okay, I gotta go closer to this lightning bolt.
All
or
right, there we
something.
go.
Yeah, I'm like, which side? It's all purple for me, so I'm like, wait, which side am I supposed to?
Yeah, yeah, you know.
I had no reference point.
That's what these up on the wall are for.
Just reference. Yeah, exactly. I know which one of these things I need to get closer to
Okay.
when I look at the screen.
Here we go. Let me say that. Now I've lost
So is it
it.
still facing when it came up? Seth, is it still facing
It's still
our direction
facing-
where it was looking at?
Yeah, it's still probably facing you guys. So it's not facing the. So it's facing Theoden and Lee, basically, and the two kobolds.
And want to say Jace has a pretty good line of sight on it right now. When it came back up, would I have noticed anything that might remind me of like the animate dead spell or anything?
Roll a Arcana check.
That might go well for me.
Keep in mind, it has to use
give you
half its
religion.
movement speed
Religion or
to get
Arcana?
up, right? Is that still accurate?
Either one. It's a 6, man. It's a 6. I'm not meant to know this.
Okay. You didn't notice any spell happening.
Okay.
It just kind of shuddered and like reanimated, if you will. It didn't. Now it still looks like pretty torn up from the battle.
Sure. Okay.
But it's it's definitely worse for wear as far as how much damage you guys did to it. But it floats back up, and at the top of the round, hold on, let me see where we are. There we go. We actually have Lee is back up.
I thought we ended because at the end of the last session, I said, can we at least finish out? And you said this is a good cliffhanger moment. And I think Pete and I still hadn't gone in that session.
That's what I
Had you
thought.
not? Okay.
I don't think they had.
Okay. Then yes, let's do that.
I do remember you being before me for sure.
Yeah. Rowan, go for it. Or hold on, did the spiders? Wait, hold on.
One of the spiders is dead.
Jace, you're the one that knocked it out, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And then Rowan. Yes, it was your turn.
Yes.
Alrighty. I have to figure out a way to survive. Or is the spider ahead of me hurt at all?
The spider is, yes.
It is.
And the one that
And-
is over by, the one that's over by Lee, is you guys did just destroy it.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
smashed it with a hammer.
Okay, the one that's by Lee smashed with the hammer. Great. So the one next to me is hurt.
Yes.
Okay, I have to make sure and kill this spider. So I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna run up to it. And I'm just going to take a stab at it.
Okay.
One next to us is dead, isn't it?
Oh, the one next to Lee was dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Never mind. My bad.
Theoden smashed it with a hammer.
Did.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not hit.
Okay. So I will swing with my other hand, which is the other rapier.
Okay.
That's another 12.
Oh.
So then as my second attack, that's an 11. Great. So
right.
I do nothing. And that's my turn.
As you run up to it, okay, you start to take a swing at it. The first one goes wide, but you're like, no problem. It's this giant spider. I'm going to reverse my swing and hit it this way, right? As you do, the spider goes and like blinks out of existence as your sword passes through empty space. And then it's right back there.
Yep.
All right, end of your
I'm
turn.
usually the spider slayer here, but
It's true. So end of Rowan's turn. We actually have our trusty kobolds here who have jumped down. They see, so they threw their spears and no longer have them. They are feeling a lot less confident now. That the beholder has risen back. Without weapons themselves, they are going to retreat back a little ways.
is the goop still there or no?
No, the goop only lasted a round.
Oh, okay.
Which was, previous. I forgot to take it off earlier. So.
Colin, I tried to save you from the spider. I apologize.
Yeah, I mean, I got decent amount of health thanks to Jace.
It's true. All right, Pete, it is your turn.
I haven't had enough time to prep what I'm gonna do, and I don't want to waste
All right.
this stuff.
Pete, it's your turn, and Lee is on deck.
Yep.
Well, it'll be Pete and then Anwin.
Go. Just do it, Colin.
Yep.
Just do
Okay.
it.
Cool. I'm just gonna second level scorching ray because that is always great. 3 rays of fire.
At who?
The spider.
Okay.
But I am also I'm gonna roll them one at a time and see if they hit because I can differentiate if I hit it twice.
Perfect.
+6, I believe, to my spell casting. Right?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry, I was just on the wrong page. That's cocked. It would have been a 15. That's a 12. I know that doesn't hit.
That does not hit.
That's a 14 +6. I know that's gonna hit.
Okay, that hits.
And an 18 +6. That's definitely gonna hit.
All right,
So,
last 2 hits. So 2 scorching rays hit the spider.
2d6. It's 4d6. $11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Perfect. How does your flames hit this spider?
I like to think that I'm smart enough that I cast it one direction as it leans this way, or I cast it with the shield hand one direction as it leans the other way. I cast 2 out of my other hands just to catch it off guard and blast them in
1,
2 of its 8 beady little eyes.
That's right. It takes it squarely in the face and kind of reels backwards a little bit. So, perfect. All right, 11 points to hit the spider. All right. Anwin, who is with you.
Bonus
sees
action
this-
command.
yes.
Sorry, bonus action to command Agni to fire spit at the beholder.
Spit the fire.
Spit the fire.
Sorry, I gotta go back to where he is.
Flame seed.
The flame seed, which
Rowan
is your spell attack modifier. That's
he
12
still-
to hit the beholder.
It is. To hit the beholder? Yes.
Yeah.
No, that does not hit.
Alright, that's good.
Okay.
That's
all
not our
right.
12s, Colin. A lot of
Yeah.
12s.
Listen, I rolled 2. You rolled,
Anwin,
what, 4?
who is there?
Hey, I rolled a-
spider.
11.
She in fright looks up and kind of squeals a little bit and turns herself invisible. And you feel her like kick off from your shoulder, Pete, but you don't know where she is. So kicks off. You don't know where she went. All right. It is Lee's turn. Oh, excuse me. It is the spider's turn. Pete, I believe, were you still restrained?
I don't recall, but we'll say yes
think
because
you
that
were.
sounds legit. If it's a lasting effect, if the fact is,
It is
if
a
the
lasting
effect is
effect
still
until
lasting,
you
I am
remove
likely
it
still
in
restrained.
some form of fashion. So, so it is seeing you still restrained. It's actually going to.
Drink my fluids with necrotic damage.
Who just moved Rowan?
That would
Rowan's
not be
flying
me.
away.
Okay.
Oops.
Rowan, call it in the air. Heads or tails?
Heads.
I get it.
All right. Nope. It was heads.
Well,
So Rowan.
So I get to
Rowan
choose who
dies.
he
It's-
attacks.
So I
it's-
get to choose.
It was
He
heads.
attacks the
So,
beholder.
well, it's got two things.
Is-
Okay. So it actually is going to spit its web at you, Rowan.
Ha!
Okay. Well, because the other person is already webbed there. So.
I don't get that spider, man.
Is that a dex save?
It is. No, it is a ranged attack.
Is it a constitution save?
Anti-bug.
Can Lee catch it and throw it back?
He can.
We've
also-
already asked this. He tried last week.
I'm assuming an 11 does not hit you.
No, thank goodness.
All right.
Wow. 16 health.
You're too close, and shooting the web at you is difficult, and it goes over your head there, so
Yeah.
it misses you. But it does.
There's a kobold
Take-
somewhere off in the distance.
Yeah, exactly. He's been webbed. It does take a bite out of its enemy.
Nope.
That would
Too
be
quick.
Pete.
What was that?
It's gonna try to bite Pete. And that would be a 23. So,
I'll allow it.
okay, good.
I'll allow it.
Not good for you.
I told you I was going to drink my fluids necrotically.
24 points of. Oh, hold on, sorry.
He said, "Oh yeah, there's bonus damage. Hold on, let me roll some more. It's poison damage. Then I'm probably gonna need to make a Constitution saving throw for it. I'm probably gonna fail because I always fail Constitution saving throws.
Okay, sorry. 12 points of piercing damage. And then roll a Constitution saving throw.
That's it. I was like, I know how this game works. That is a 9. I told you. It's almost like I know how I'm gonna roll.
You take 24 points of poison damage. So all total, you take
36 points of damage. 36 points of damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct. How you doing there?
Yeah, Pete don't look so good. He's turning from red to green.
I think he's a six
awesome.
6 hit points.
Oh, you are also poisoned, by the way.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So it is now Lee's turn. Lee, what would you like to do?
How high up is it?
Say that again.
How high up is it?
The beholder is 20 feet up.
Can I shoot at it with my bow?
You can.
I will use my bonus action to do an extra 1d4 damage
Okay, if you hit. Yep.
if I hit.
You can just decide bonus action. Oh, let's just do extra damage. Like it's not even a key point or anything. It's like,
No, it's not a key point. It's only 1d4 though. Okay, that's a 23 for the first one,
Okay, that hits.
and a 26 for the next one.
Okay.
And so.
So it hit. You hit it, and it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That is. I need to add 2 more 1d4s.
You don't need to add 2 more 1d4s.
Oh, it's dead?
So you hit it square in the eye. And it doesn't have the kind of reaction that a living being would have. But it does kind of like shudder and then fall back down to the ground.
Right.
Again, you hear like bones rattling, and you see like this dust settle, and it's laying there at the moment.
I thought we keep dealing damage to it.
Can I have, like, I shoot one arrow into the eye, and then the second arrow follows it and goes all the way through and just, like, smears or spatters Pete with the bullet, like, rotting bullet juice?
Yeah, poisoned, restrained, splattered in ooze.
Pete is, I would say, that's a long way for your arrow to reach after going through it at the moment, and you're not quite at a straight line, so.
Yeah.
So, okay, but do you want to do anything else on your turn?
No, that's my entire turn, I think.
Okay, Theoden, it is your turn. Cone of silence.
Cone of silence.
Sorry. I had to sneeze. I don't want you to do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move here. And I am going to use my Channel Divinity with my bonus action. It's going to be Inspiring Smite.
Okay.
Let's see. After I deal damage to a creature with the Divine Smite feature, you can use your Channel Divinity as a bonus action, distribute temporary hit points. Okay. So with my action, I would like to go ahead and lay a nice meaty hit into this undead beholder while it's laying on the ground.
Okay.
I forget what I roll here. I'll get it. Okay.
He's forgotten how to deal smite damage.
22 for hit to hit.
Yes, 22 hits.
And it's 1d8. That's 8 plus 4 plus a smite is. Sorry, I haven't smited this entire round, so I'm gonna having to go find out how much smite actually is again.
Don't worry about the damage.
Okay.
But how does your holy damage destroy completely this beholder?
So as I come up, I'm just gonna like scream at the top of my lungs and raise my hammer high to Moradin and just like come crushing down right where the eye socket would be.
What does that scream sound like?
As this arrow is already protruding it, my plan is to just drive this arrow deeper through the beholder. And I'm just going to scream at the top of my lungs to Moradin and just, I'm not doing it. And it just, the head of my hammer just starts glowing with this immense radiant energy, and I just drive it down through the eye socket as I push Lee's arrow furthermore into the
All right.
head of the beholder.
Perfect. And as you do that, you don't see the expected result of, this splattering of viscera and stuff like that. Instead, what you see is this, the divine energy from your hammer. As it drives home that arrow and it strikes the eye, it's like it burns away. And it just begins to kind of almost turns it to this like glowing ash, and the entirety of this being is enveloped in this holy radiant fire from your mace, and it just kind of like crumbles and just kind of like dissipates at your feet. It is no longer there.
With my shield arm for my bonus action, I'm going to reach out with my shield arm and use my channel divinity for inspiring smite to give 2d8 plus 7 temporary hit points divided amongst the creatures I choose within 30 feet of me.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and roll that and see what I have. Okay, that's 14 plus 7, 21. I will send 16 of that 21 points to Pete, and the other 5 will go to Rowan.
Perfect. All right.
So,
So
is this temporary hit points or healing?
Temporary hit points. Just trying to buy you guys time so poor Jace isn't too worried about the spider over there beating y'all down.
I know.
all right. So with that, you're able to. With that, you're able to heal your allies, and the spider, you can tell it is pretty wounded, and for brevity's sake, between the rest of your party, you're able to easily dispatch this spider. Rowan and Jace, how do you together take down this spider?
So I would have kind of reach out and probably grabbed a hold of it and casted Inflict Wounds.
Okay.
And allowed some necrotic damage to just kind of bind it up and curl it in as Rowan kind of finish it off.
I'm currently restrained, so I would have bonus actioned Misty Stepped. I'll go ahead and put that on as a spell slot so that I'm not restrained. I don't even have to roll for it. And then I would have attacked it twice from a vulnerable angle, so maybe behind it, to slice through its abdomen. Slice and dice it.
Nice. Absolutely. So
obviously, as much splatter of juices would cover Pete.
I'm not poisoned from being bitten. I'm poisoned from just accidentally swallowing it. Like I'm in a pool and too short to swim.
It's true.
He's poisoned from poor friendship, is what it is.
Yeah.
He is there in the midst of this, and Jace reaches out over him, and you see this, necrotic energy start to eat away at the spider, and Rowan Misty steps out, and he's behind it. But as you're carving it up in the back, it's like more damage is being done to it than you anticipated because of this like necrotic energy that's eating away at it at the same time as you're slicing it, and it just kind of like bursts, but away from you towards Pete, and Pete is just covered in spider guts. So, with that, combat comes to a close. You are here. You see Anwin reappear close at hand. She starts trying to tug at the webbing on you, Pete, and you see her trying to get it to go. She's like banging on it, and you see like little flakes of it are kind of chipping off. But she's there, and the kobolds, Dak and his squad mate, return and wander over to pick up their spears.
And,
Is there,
as
is there
everyone's kinda
anything left
wandering.
of the beholder?
There's very little. All of the remaining flesh, the eyes, all that, basically evaporated in this
Just
kind of.
incinerated.
Yeah. There is kind of the remnants of a smashed and broken skull, and that's about it. Not like a single large piece. Like, you probably get, like part of the eye socket, maybe part of the jaw, and like, but the rest was kind of like beaten and smashed by you guys, and then it was, there's some broken teeth. That's about it.
And so as combat comes to a close and everyone's kind of wandering around, I would just kind of, hold onto my shield where the amulet of Ray is, and I would pray over everyone there, and cast prayer of healing, and healing everyone here for 24 points.
Nice.
Yep.
Very nice. Very nice.
How close does that put you guys to full?
I'm basically full. Like 3 points away. I feel great. I'm more than full with a 10
I was going for a big heal.
I know Lee is good.
Points.
How are you, Pete?
Shambling, shuddering, still poisoned, covered in guts, and feeling much better, but not back to full.
How far are you off?
I mean, on a scale of like 1 to 48, I feel like I'm at about a 30.
Hey, Theoden, if he's still poisoned, if you have any of that lay on hands, I recall you curing me of poison.
Hey, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna touch Rowan. I'm gonna give him 3 points of my lay on hands.
Golly.
And
Topping me off. Oh, that's no need. Thank you.
and then I'm going to how many are you off from being full, Pete?
18.
18. I will go ahead and give him the other 18. That will use 21 of my.
Okay. So
mana.
Pete is.
That will also
still-
cure the poison.
All right.
Um,
So Lee and Pete are
Thank you.
still
That's really
wrapped
nice.
in webbing, by the way.
I would
Can't
like
do
to make
everything
a strength
for him.
check
I
to
mean,
get
Yeah,
out.
can't do anything. Just watch him
Please.
struggle for a little bit as he's covered in these juices. and
roll,
these
roll a
bad.
strength check.
I'm gonna hit myself.
It's a
with the
druid.
other
This is like a
11.
cocoon for him. He loves it.
That's an
Lee,
11.
we didn't quite hear you, but what did you say?
I'll also do a strength check to get it unbroken, free, whatever.
Perfect.
Come on, Pete. You can do it.
Mine was an 11.
Oh wow, y'all can see mine.
So Lee flexes and just kind of like rips it open. Pete
I guess I would probably help Pete,
Pete, on the other
while I'm
hand,
standing there healing him.
takes him a little bit longer, but it's like, like you see like a baby, dragon emerging from a shell, right? He's kind of like chipping away at it, pushing out of it a little bit, kind of thing. But he gets out of it.
So, like, is it similar to when you get into like a hotel bed, but you forget to pull the covers out from the corner,
Yes.
Exactly.
and you're like you're in there
Exactly
like
it.
kicking for a little bit, trying to.
Yeah. But you're too stubborn to actually like pull the covers up. You're just like, nope, I'm
Yeah.
not good at it.
You're just trying to do it with your foot. You're not actually reaching. You're,
Perfect. Exactly.
man, my references tonight.
I
They're on
imagine
point.
at the point that they're
They're on
breaking out,
point.
I'm still doing the prayer. It's a 10-minute cast.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So while you're doing that, that's when they're able to get free. So, yeah. So you're able to
Ooh,
pretty.
this is
easily-
a 10-minute cast, right? Then I'm going to, during his prayer thing, I will cast a catnap with his wonderful prayer that he is bringing us. Who would like a short rest during this 10 minutes of prayer as well?
Ooh, very nice.
I mean,
Thirden raises his
Nice.
hand. We're gonna
short rest doesn't sound
snuggle up.
good to me.
Third and we'll take one.
Lee,
There it
did
is.
you need a short rest?
I do need a short rest.
Oh, so-
He gains a lot back from his short rest.
yeah. Lee,
Okay,
give
so-
three
When
willing
I open my
creatures.
eyes from
I'll
my
do a
prayer,
fourth level. I'll do a fourth level, so that 4 people can do it. So it'll be all 4 of us to take a cat nap. So everyone gets a short rest.
So and Jace, when he finishes up his prayer, he looks around. Everyone's down on the ground asleep, and he's like, "Oh no, that was the wrong prayer. The wrong prayer. What have I done?
I
I've killed
just
them all."
used my one and only
Fourth level.
4th level spell slot for everyone.
Nice.
That's a big deal,
Yeah.
especially for Rowan.
So you all are able to sit and relax for a few minutes while the two of you are getting out of. We'll say kind of after you finish pulling yourself out. It doesn't take you 10 minutes to get out of it. You do take a short rest, and then as you are there, kind of resting for a second, recovering from battle, you do see the kobolds, Dak. They're chattering back and forth in Draconic and going, kind of looking around the clearing here. They're searching around the clearing, picking up broken pieces of timber, and they recover their spears. And Dak eventually comes up to you after a while and says, "Oh, you are very, very brave, much strong in battle, and you have vanquished the Beholder."
Oh, it's a bad take. Someone did
yes.
it. It wasn't
Yes,
easy,
we
I'm not
did.
gonna lie.
That was a great nap.
This
We
very
were high
well
to
rested.
Did it.
Y'all wake up all about half covered in goo from Pete, who I'm sure was part of that pile.
So
Disgusting.
Dak is
I
continues
prestidigitate
on.
and wash myself off.
Nice. He continues on saying, "Oh yes, you this very good. This very good. This we very make the lord of the city very happy."
Now, is this the lord or the chief or the leader or I get so confused.
Oh, yes, this the lord. The lord be very happy. He hates
Yes,
Beholders.
the one with no name. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
he has a name.
But you won't tell us.
Yes. So we've been
No,
told.
No, not Dak's name to tell.
Understand? Yes. Perhaps this will put us enough in his favor that we might be able to. He might grace us with his presence.
It's his decision, but yeah, I think it will.
Understand? Yes.
Yeah, he hates beholders. I mean, he killed this beholder before, but
The same one. Yes.
I think so. That's what the governors say.
Yes. I don't think he did it right, because it was right. Now it did seem very dead.
Dak
Yes.
doesn't know.
But
It is smashed into many pieces.
it
Oh,
should
yes.
not
Still carrying
come
a
back
few of
this
those
time.
pieces.
It not come back.
Oh no, that
Did
was the
not.
spider guts.
Yes.
But yes,
It
when
should
you're
not
ready
come
to
back this
return, we can go back and tell them
I
that
hand-
it is dead.
I hand him his javelin back. I can walk over, pick it up, hand it to him. Say, let's head back. You lead the way. I don't know where we are.
Does no one else want to search the area and see if there's any other clues or things that might have been left behind?
Yeah, you can roll
did you
a
get so smart?
investigation check.
I will roll an investigation check.
I'll help.
Yeah.
I'll help Pete.
I wanted to scan like the perimeter into the woods just because Jay seeing it like reanimate is a little worried about necrotic and maybe that it was under the control of something else or someone else.
Okay.
And so he wants to see if he sees signs of anyone else.
Would
19 with the help.
19. Okay. Jace, you can roll a perception check, if you will.
That'd be a 12.
Okay.
And I have a +7.
All right. Jace, you don't really see anything. You notice there's not really any skittering or anything anymore. Like these two spiders seem to be the closest and only ones getting
Jace, what are
towards
you-
the battle.
Jason, what are you
Um,
looking around? Why are you looking
Pete,
around?
you find
Just curious.
amongst
About how it
again the
reanimated.
debris from what was once this beholder, like you said, you find bits and pieces of the skull, but enough that you could probably present it as proof that it was destroyed. You don't really find much else. Having most of its being burned away. You do see the spider guts that are there. I mean, there's bits of them around here, obviously.
And on me, yeah.
And on you. But as far as searching the area, you don't really see much. You do find remains of other creatures. You get the sense that this beholder has, probably killed anything that wandered into its area, but not really done anything with it. You do find how far out are you searching? Just kind of within the clearing here.
I mean, if everyone else is planning to leave, yeah, probably just a quick scan of the area of the map.
Okay. If you're kind of like, are you walking the perimeter? Or are you just looking kind of the top of the hill? What are you doing?
Yeah, probably the top of the big hill because that's where we saw it, and it's also a vantage point to like look down and inspect everything else.
Okay.
I would say with my help action, I'm probably like running around out there as he sees something. He's just kind of telling me where to go to look at it.
I'd say it probably takes you, 10, 15 minutes. You don't really find anything. Like I said, you kind of found remains. You see lots of these mushroom trees that have been kind of destroyed or knocked over. You do find the body of one of Dak's squad mates on the far side of the clearing. You do see that it was some sort of magical beam hit it, and there's very little left of that. There is a spear, and there is a shield, and you see some of the gems, some still intact, some broken or shattered. So
I pick up the spear and I say, Dak, this is, I found some things. This is probably one of your squad mates over there. He's not coming back, but I figured you might want to take these things back home as proof of his, bravery. And I don't know, maybe give them to his family if he had them. I can carry them for you if you want, or if you want to take them, that's fine.
Oh yes, we take that. And he takes the spear, and that's the only thing he takes. I don't know what else you picked up, but
I would probably picked up all of the things, which like gems, shield, and spear, to take them to him. And if he did whatever he doesn't take from me, I'll keep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you probably would have. Like I said, just he would have taken the shield as well. So spear and shield took back. And then, like I said, any little bits and trinkets or like pieces of broken gems, or even like the small gems maybe that were kind of fell off, or you found in the dirt. He just kind of just says, "We just take these." So
I want to keep these gems if you don't mind. I'll just put them in my pocket.
That's fine. That's fine. So, okay. So you guys ready to move on and head back?
And personally, I'm ready for probably a shower and a longer rest than that. Although that was a great rest, Rowan. I don't know what you did, but I feel much better.
Okay.
It's a cat nap.
I thought you were allergic to cats.
Yes, but they take quite good naps, and so I might be allergic to them.
Best naps. Yes.
But
he has a little snore when he taps.
Can appreciate their laziness sometimes.
Yes.
Indeed.
That's very true.
Indeed. Speaking of, where is Chewie, by the way?
I left Chewie with Nima back at the.
That's right. We need,
yeah.
Rather than bring Chewie.
I didn't want him to come to the Underdark.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay, so you all begin your trek back. Backtracking your trail. With the help of the kobolds, you are able to make it back in a timely manner. You clear the edge of the fungal forest and head. You trudge wearily back through the gates of the kobold city of Blueholdt. However, as you walk into it, these gates opened. You notice something different. You hear voices, lots of voices, and you hear cheering. You hear kobolds chattering excitedly and cheering and clapping and banging spears on shields, and apparently news of your destruction of this beholder, this enemy of the city of Blueholdt, has been vanquished. It is no parade, but it is much friendlier attention than when you first came into the city. They clearly see you as strong allies as you walk through the streets, and you are guided back unceremoniously, but promptly back to the governor's meeting hall. Dak leads you in proudly, chest held high, and spear there with signs of battle. And he talks to the governor. As you enter into that room, you also see Lene, your guide and translator, and she takes her place by you.
Rowan was loving it, just
Oh,
fully
sure.
embracing it,
Full
doing like the
performance mode.
parade way,
Absolutely.
bowing,
Absolutely.
throwing some sparks up in the air, like, "Ooh, watch this!"
Oh yeah, and when you did, you got some claps and some cheers for that for sure.
I'm surprised they're celebrating us like this. It's like they're treating us like some sort of, I don't know, big shots or something like that.
Heroes, Pete.
And like I said, it wasn't
Heroes
so
of
much.
Hupperduke, big shots of Blueholdt. We've got a line going.
Whoa!
Yeah.
How did I not pick up on this? This is amazing.
Oh, my goodness
Rowan is a
gracious.
stout, and hugs him, hugs Pete,
No.
picks him up.
All that kind of like now half.
He prestidigitates himself and him, cleans him up, fixes his hair, puts him on his shoulder and parades him around.
Yes, it's quite the spectacle. Quite the spectacle. Anwin is loving it, and she's zipping around the two of you, just giggling and laughing. So, yes, it is a sight to behold, to be sure.
Behold.
Yes.
Do we say,
So,
hold on. When we introduce ourselves, do we say, "Behold the big shots of Blueholdt"?
Okay, you're getting a little too gay.
No,
So-
listen. That would be really cool. We can do it. I think we can do it.
Lene is chatting with the governor and Dak, and they are speaking Draconic, and they're talking excitedly. Lene turns to you and says, "Oh, the governor is most pleased with the service that you have rendered to the city of Blueholdt. It is a good day and a good deed that you did to destroy this beholder. It was long ago destroyed and returned some months back in its state of death brought back, and we
Decay,
we had
undead.
we had no idea why it had happened. Did you find any reason why this was the case?
Foul magic.
Yes,
My guess.
I attempted to look. I saw nothing. It was odd. In my experience, things that are undead are controlled by something. I see no signs of it.
Yes.
I believe we're dealing with probably like a necromancer. Is that correct, Jace? Is that what you thought?
That was my concern, but again, I saw no signs of it. I was so distracted with the battle and everything going on. Yes, I that was my guess, but I have no proof of that.
We
Oh,
weren't
very well.
able to find anything that was, at the battlefield other than him. And I gesture to Dax. remaining tools and weapons and things?
He passed those off as soon as you got into the city, but
No, other than one of the scouts that likely were with that.
so did you all didn't take anything else from the battlefield?
No,
So we took
I
like
didn't
a
think to
piece of
grab
the
any.
beholder to prove.
Then we have the skull
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something
yeah.
of the beholder, something to
So
prove that.
one of you picked that up.
Yes, yeah, I would have.
Just checking. So do you present that to the governor?
Oh yeah, we've also got this.
He
Behold.
excitedly reaches out and looks at it and kind of inspects it and is talking excitedly to Lene. She says, "Oh, this is very good. This proof that you brought, it will be very good. In fact, the Lord of Blueholdt may actually grant you an audience. I believe that was your request from the beginning, correct?"
I would hope so. Saviors of Blueholdt. We might as well meet the Lord.
Yes, this will
Big
be
shots.
this will be.
I believe it
pleasing
was
to
big
him.
shots.
Yes, big shots. There it is.
yes,
Big
yes,
shots of
yes.
Blueholdt.
Big
Yes.
shots. I don't.
Yes.
I don't know this term.
It means like we're the top dogs, the
Top
heroes, the
dogs. I don't.
the alphas.
Dogs on top.
It's overworld slang. Don't worry about it.
It's
Yes, those
yes.
people in the overworld. Yes, very, very good, very good. Well, you all look like you could use rest. Would you like to rest before you meet the Lord will probably. Can we take this to the Lord? And she points at the bits of skull and says, "Can we present this? The Lord will want proof, but it should be enough to he will probably want to see. But go and get some rest, and when he is ready, we will come get you."
Okay.
And that was kind of her translating for the governor there, and she turns again and kind of directly from herself says, "I will accompany you and make sure that you are taken care of, and that you have a proper meal, and then we will wait and see if the Lord will of Blueholdt will meet with you. So think of what you would like to talk to him about, and then I will come back and prepare you for meeting with him whenever he agrees to it."
Sounds great to me. I'd hate to disrespect
Sure.
him by showing up covered in spider guts.
Oh yes,
Yes.
Although he wouldn't mind.
Oh, if he doesn't mind it, I'm fine with
But,
going now, I guess. But up to you.
Well, we have to wait to make sure that
Right. He's got to
needs
summon
to
us.
make sure. Yes. So.
Yes.
But yes, so with that, she leads you back to your small apartment that you had. There is more basins of water brought in, allowing you to clean up and kind of be refreshed. There is, like I said, there was kind of the washroom with a larger stone basin for bathing. You're able to clean off. So.
Hey, so I don't know if y'all have ever seen this. This is just like a normal wash bath, right?
Yes. I mean, it's kind of a stone bowl in the side of the room.
All right. Check this out. Agni,
No.
do the thing. Agni goes and hops in the water, and it almost immediately starts
It's just
steaming.
Yes, of course.
I don't know about y'all. I'm getting into that. It's really,
Hey.
really great.
What is that? What are you
It's
doing
just-
there?
Just a hot bath. Look at it.
What's a bath?
You may have to explain to him what a bath is.
It's like breakfast, but for your body. It's really, really good.
Breakfast is for my body.
Don't
Yeah,
drink
for
it.
like
No,
for like your
Thurden.
muscles.
Don't.
Yes.
It's not a
Yeah, no,
soup.
you don't
eat
drink it.
Aaron
sure.
flies around and goes, "Oh, it's like a hot spring."
Yeah, it's like a hot spring.
Yeah, but what do you do with it? What's its purpose?
You sit and it's really, really comfortable.
To clean you. To clean
There
you.
it
No,
is.
yes.
Why would you clean yourself?
Thurden's already, or Rowan's already in it. Like just like
I-
What are you
Arms
trying to
up.
get off?
There it is.
That's
What this
stink.
bath will do is it actually
Rowan, did you
relax
strip
all
off
those.
your armor before you got
Oh
in?
yeah, so fast. Like no one has ever seen
He's
someone
completely just like done.
like all in one motion.
Yes.
Just,
I feel like it was the Bruce Almighty, like,
Yeah.
and the just like the clothes just come
Yep.
off.
Yep. He's like, how did you already have a Speedo on? Like that was the.
I can
And
see
I'm like-
Rowan with a speedo under all of his stuff too.
Whoa. So Rowan is explaining to Thirded. The hot spring will also help relax maybe the tight muscles from all that hammer work.
Tight muscles. That's what I'm made out of. I wouldn't want to take those away.
So
And if you
It'll-
loosen
it'll-
them up, it might let you swing better.
It might,
Harder,
yeah, it'll.
faster, stronger, even.
Are you saying something about the way I swing my hammer?
so Rowan,
Yeah, we can all
you
improve.
are in this bath with Agni, and there's probably only enough room for maybe one more person. It's not like
I'm getting it.
like a
I've been like
full-size hot
working
tub,
on getting it.
So
Yes. Pete, you deserve this.
Yeah, oh, thank you. All right.
Yes.
So does Rowan.
but it's not
Enjoy.
like because think when you think about it, this whole city, while these accommodations are probably some of the few for full-size humans and not just kobolds, which are small creatures. This bath for kobolds would be large. You could probably fit 5 of them in it, but for you guys, it's it would be tight getting more than a couple of you guys in at a time. So.
I mean, you can at least still stick your feet in if that, tickles your fancy.
So, after a while, you do. Lene brings in some steaming trays of food, and some stone cups of clean water, and you do see actually a aged wineskin brought in, and she says, yes, this was donated by the governor. It's some of his finest ale.
Yeah, Third just snatches that.
Yeah, she hands it over willingly and says, there are also some foods from the overworld that occasionally we get, and so you actually see there are some fruits that you're familiar with, along with the other, steamed mushrooms and other things that you're used to from down here. So, all right.
Yes, I hate to be a bother, but have you ever heard of coffee?
Coffee? Like
It's a
coffee?
yes, but perhaps it's like a little brown bean. You run some hot water through. It's phenomenal.
Oh, we've got hot water right here.
And I don't want that hot water.
Flavor.
I can bring more water, but this coffee I don't.
Oh,
Can I roll to see how many coffee beans I might still have?
Sure.
I've got some
think I can
beans.
make
If
us-
you're wanting to brew some of those, I don't know how many coffee beans you've got left.
I hand the wineskin
Do I have any bonuses to it?
to Jace, and I just be like, try some of this. It'll get
I'll
you
just
going.
say, I'll just
medicine?
say with advantage.
It's a 15. I was just trying to see if I could get that
so you
number.
rolled, okay, D20. You probably have enough for, if you ground it up, you could probably get a few, 2 or 3 cups of coffee out of it. So
Well, I say Jace and I probably breaking out the beans.
yeah.
We probably have
Yes.
our
I mean,
own little
if
water
you
thing.
could
and I'll press the
probably, if
digitate
you
to warm it
saved
up.
them, you could probably
To
have like a week,
205.
maybe like 5 or 6, with like the latter cups being a little weaker,
Yeah. So I'll heat the water to about 205 degrees
That's
Fahrenheit,
good.
About.
Nice.
roughly.
Yes.
Proper bean
Pour-
level. I'll probably use a
getting the
percolator.
right
I don't know if I
pour over
get the pour over. I probably They'd probably use something more like a percolator. If there was an
Yes.
alchemist nearby, I'll probably do one of those gravity
Well, that's fancy.
vacuum.
How fine did you grind those beans?
Since it is a percolator, I
Oh
believe those
my
are
gosh, it turned into a coffee stream.
coarse.
What is
They're pretty
this
coarse.
going on right
I
now?
just-
good coarse grind.
Pete
Someone
just
with
looks
like a
really
French press.
confusedly
close
over to Thurden, back at Rowan, back to Thurden, and takes the wineskin from him.
There you go, Pete.
Pete.
Lee, you want
And,
some?
At this point, I am sitting with my feet just in the water, sipping on my cup of coffee, and this is a good way to spend an
Right.
evening after a good battle.
So after, with travel and everything, it's early evening. You basically had were presented your evening meal, and it was, like I said, more of a feast than you've been used to since you've been in the Underdark. Is there anything else you want to do before you get a night's rest?
I feel full.
Delicious.
feel well
Looking for a
fed
night
from
of
this. I would say
relaxation.
In a long
I-
time.
I'd fill my belly and probably have way too much of that ale, and Thurden would have probably leaned back somewhere and already started snoring. Pretty early.
All right. So everyone is going to bed then? Okay. Are you guys?
Do we still have our guards outside our room and stuff?
You have one. You can tell it's less of a guard and more of a just someone to be available to you at this point. So yeah, they're there, but they're not like stationed right outside the door. They're more just kind of like off to the side, available. They've got like a bench, stone bench there. Because as you remember, it's all mostly stone here. Okay. So if you you all are able to go ahead and mark a night's rest. All right, Pete, Rowan, you're very easily, after that relaxing bath, you're able to get to sleep pretty quickly. And it at first it is just sound asleep. However, in your dream state, you hear what sounds like skittering. Back and forth. Just a sound. You hear with that skittering, you hear these kind of distant voices speaking strange language. And then you hear a rumble of thunder. You hear kind of a, and it's kind of that like rumble that's like not too close, but closer than you thought, and it kind of just like dissipates into that kind of like rolling thunder that kind of lulls you back to sleep. You don't quite wake up, but you have this sense. All right. Everyone comes to consciousness the next morning, and you are greeted by Lene, who brings in more, breakfast for you. There are eggs of some kinds, odd color, but they seem like they smell pretty delicious and are pretty close to what you would see at a normal breakfast. But kind of chalk it up to the strangeness of being in the Underdark. She comes to you and says, how was your rest?
Oh, great. Safe from some weird dreams.
I had some weird dreams too.
Oh, what are yours?
I slept great.
That's good.
I slept like a baby.
That's nice.
Distant voices, strange languages, rumble of thunderous. Thought there was a storm.
Listen,
That's only like mine.
The ale does things to my belly, and sometimes when I'm sleeping, I apologize.
I did hear that, but I think I was awake when I heard that.
You wonder if we're
Some have
somehow
said it
still
smells like thunder.
like our memories are connected. You wonder if that somehow has something to do with whatever happened.
Possibly.
All right.
I wonder if we were hearing. Hold on. Strange voices, skittering, distant thunder. I wonder if we were hearing whatever the beholder heard last. Like, spiders, our languages that it probably wouldn't have understood, and then the hammering of, third and crashing down on it.
Hey,
Or do you think it would have been something else?
brought down the thunder of
I have
Morgan.
no idea. I
on
just
it.
woke up. I haven't had my coffee yet.
All right. So you are able to, eat a delicious breakfast. Lene says, yes, when you are ready, you have been summoned. It's a great honor for you to be summoned by the Lord of the city.
Yes.
He does not talk to many, and never have I known him to talk to outsiders. So, it will be later in the day, around the noonday. So once you are prepared, I would say, when you meet him, just be respectful.
It's my middle name.
And maybe if you be prepared to talk about the battle. That will make the Lord happy with the battle. So yes, the battle.
Yes.
And definitely talk about the battle. Make it sound good. Sound good. So.
Hey, we've got the
Rowan, I
loudmouth
believe-
over here
yes.
that can do that like nobody else.
Rowan is very good at hyping us up, so
I just slap
go
Rowan
and
on the
prepare
back.
something.
Yes. Okay. So she returns after a while. Is there anything you need to do before you?
If she's leaving, yes.
Okay. Yeah. She said she would be back. So.
You guys, we forgot to discuss whatever demands or, prizes for
Oh.
for having completed that
Yes.
thing last night. That probably would have been a better idea than being on a time straight now.
Hey,
we
what-
have a
Maybe
few moments.
large
What's
statue
our
of us
desires?
out front? Is
I
that
thought
what
we
you
were-
used?
I thought
I
we were,
was-
wait, no, what?
I
No,
was hoping for
Rowan,
some
no,
magical
no.
items or something. I don't know what you're
that's-
Just
thinking.
one of us in
no.
a heroic stance.
Guys,
We
listen,
can put that at the lower on the list, perhaps.
listen, I'm pretty
I
sure
don't hate
Skrit
the
sent
idea.
us here to gain information in tracking down the drow.
Oh, yes, I forgot.
If
about
anybody's going to know, it may be these kobolds that are running, their scouts and
Yes.
stuff. They had to have seen this drow come by. And obviously, we can get some information. We can leverage what we did for information, as well as maybe, and just hear me out, guys. It might be smart of us to go ahead and set up a long-standing relationship with these guys to maybe institute some trade between our world and theirs, as they seem to be very fine craftsmen.
Yes.
And then the statue. You guys thinking maybe?
And
a
then
Well, I mean,
once
they're
we've made
excellent
them,
with stone.
once we've made them filthy rich, they'll want to
Or
put
vice
statues
versa.
up.
It would seem.
So are we not asking for like magical weapons or things like that now?
I mean, we can push. I'm not gonna say no to treasure.
All right, so some sort of reward, right? Information on the drow, and I'm gonna skip the statues because
Yeah, because I
all
already,
right, if,
I already
listen,
know.
if you really want the statues, we'll ask for it. That's right.
Yeah, you can skip it because I know what I want to ask for. We'll put that at the high priority. We don't have to talk about it.
No, I think you're misunderstanding. Oh, I'm sorry. What was that, Lee?
One, Lee definitely wants magical weapons. Two, sadly, I
Lee has a magical weapon.
wants
Lee
more.
has 20.
He wants more. Lee
More.
wants all the magical weapons.
So,
If they're not in his inventory, he wants more of them.
happy 1 year, y'all.
Yes.
Happy 1 year to you
Yes,
too,
man.
man.
All right. Yeah. Anything, Lee? Did you have anything to add for what you want to talk to the Lord of the City?
I'd say definitely magical weapons. Definitely want to hit on the drow. And I mean, everybody pretty much touched on it. I'm also think setting up a trade between our base and here would be beneficial to everybody.
Hey,
Okay.
Maybe even ask for a way out because don't know how to really get back the way we came through.
well, I mean, they obviously were moving goods back and forth the river, so we could use it to move goods the same way, including ourselves back out.
Oh yeah, but I mean, we could also ask for help, and they could just like guide us through, so we don't get stuck in the, mushroom
Very
forest
true.
again.
Very true.
All right, I think I've
Okay.
got it.
All right.
Either way, we agree. We're asking for statues last.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's take a very short 5-minute break, and then we'll come back to meet the Lord of the City.
Excellent.
All
I'm going to
right.
actually make some coffee, so I'll be back.
Nice. All right, we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't leave. You won't want to miss this. to the audio. All right. We will start momentarily. We are waiting for Rowan and for Pete.
Pete is here.
Pete, we need to see you.
Pete is currently working on a separate computer, but is still able.
Pete looks like Pete is freezing a little bit.
Oh, good.
Yeah, when I came back, my Zoom was acting weird. I actually tried to force quit it, and it fixed itself. So I don't know. It didn't like the threat of me getting rid of it.
Let's just say I don't think Zoom is going to be around much longer for us.
Gotcha.
Oh, I pretty much have permission for us to use Restream Studio if we want to try that out.
Nice.
And
Yes,
it would
we will
record
get-
all of our audios separately. But
We
of course, you could
will-
export them all.
Yes, we will
Oh, really?
discuss that. So
Okay.
we'll have to set up a call or something.
Yeah, for sure. It is. If you've watched or go back and watch one of Passage After Dark's VODs, and you see how everything looks, and then we can work with it and stuff too. But
For sure.
it's not. It has jumped up our quality like an insane amount.
Good. Awesome. Yes, because we are definitely going to start restreaming. So
Wait. It increased the quality of pad?
Yeah, go check out our last couple of pads episodes.
You guys got new people?
Sorry, you can't improve upon
Just
perfection.
Just kidding, guys. Love all the guys that do pad.
all right. Rowan is back. All right, guys, I think we're ready.
All right.
All right, so let's get back to it. So Lene returns. Hold on. Did you guys want to do anything before Lene returns?
I think we were good. We were
Plan.
discussing our demands.
Hold on, we've got the plan. What's the plan again? We said
Statues.
magic things. We want magic things.
things,
we want
yes.
notes for the drow. We want help
Yes.
getting back out.
Possible
course.
trade.
Possible trade, and then statues.
Mhm.
Should we
Yes.
write this
Possible
down?
trade, and we'll see how he feels.
Should we write this down for sure? Or are we just gonna wing it and go off of memory?
We'll wing it. My
All right.
memory's
Yes.
like a steel trap.
Okay.
What does that mean?
So
I don't
Lene
know.
returns, and she says, "Oh, heroes! It is very good time to come and meet the Lord of the city. I
Mm-hmm.
very much am excited for you to meet him. But if you will come with
As
me,
are we.
and remember what I said. Be sure to be prepared to recount the battle. The Lord will take particular joy in that. And again, be respectful. Don't ask for too much.
Just statues, right? Statues, guys.
A statue?
Yes.
I don't know if a statue, but
Right, that was number one on the
We'll
list.
we'll
right?
talk
I
about it.
remember.
Still is. Still
Seth?
trap. Yes.
Seth, this is Austin, not
yes.
not Rowan. It better not be Newman.
Oh my god! Oh, you know it. He's like, give me 2 minutes, guys. Got to rewrite this part.
Hold on. We need to go back to break.
Oh god.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
But yes, we will be very
Don't
civilized
worry,
and
I
handle
have
this in a very
plans for
respectful
Newman.
manner.
Don't you worry.
Newman.
I mean, I can't never know. Okay, so she leads you. You now, she has brought an escort with her, and this time you see the guards, the kobold guards. She said, she says, we have an honor guard to take us to the meeting chamber for the meeting with the Lord. So It is again. It is a great honor for you to meet him. So please, we hope that you honor us by doing well in this as well.
It is a great honor for him to meet us too.
So she says, "Okay, the Nilam Paul will escort us there." And you see Dak there, and along with Dak is you see his squad has been filled out, and there's a whole nother squad, and basically they are going before and after you, and their armor is probably the cleanest and shiniest you've seen so far. The leather that they use, because again, it's they have all this leather, but it's inlaid with these these blue sapphire gemstones, and the leather has been polished. While everything else has been clean, this is polished. This is an honor guard for you. You see the gemstones have been shined, and spear tips are polished as well, and everywhere that there is a blue sapphire gem, it has been spit polished to as absolutely shiny as it can get. And Lene, you notice, is also in a finer blue a gown with not a gown, but like more dress robes, if you will, and she carries a staff that actually has a much larger blue gemstone on it as well. And she goes with you into the city. You begin walking, and you notice immediately that everyone kind of stops and just silently watches you as you go. The honor guard takes you now towards the central spire in the middle of the city. If you recall, this city is this kind of large cavernous opening with walls around, and you see waterfalls kind of in the corner, and like I said, this large spire in the middle. And she takes you over to where there is a bridge that goes across what looks like a river that kind of winds around it like a moat around the central, at least as much as you can see, this central spire. You see more guards placed along the way. As you cross the bridge, you see a large archway, and outside of it there are some guards, but they are not the kind of like shielded and speared guards. They have heavy crossbows, and you see that they are positioned in places, and you see more positioned around the central spire. You also begin to see what look like other kobolds in robes. You see staffs and other signs that possibly these are some of the favored, the magic users. As you go, you pass by doors and rooms, and you're kind of slowly spiraling up this spire along this outward kind of hallway on this column. You do finally come to a landing, and there you see one of the favored with wings, who is waiting for you. And he speaks in Draconic to Lene, and she says, "The Lord is expecting us, and we are welcome into his chamber to talk to him." I actually, when I say we, I mean you all. We will stay here, and you all will enter in. When you enter in, stay within the first circle, and await for the Lord to address you. So, you, in this landing, you see it's very ornate, probably the most ornate that you've seen so far. It is a circular room on this kind of landing, and the gems, and there's actually, you can now see precious metals that have been inlaid into this. You see runes. You see evidence of magic. You see, a lot nicer, more kind of fancy of those kind of like sapphire gems on the wall. They're like the lanterns that are causing this light here. And at the end of it is a set of large double doors. Big stone doors. You approach it, and you some of the winged favored open the doors for you, and you step inside. As you step inside, what you see before you looks like the entrance to a hall. And as you step inside, the doors are shut behind you. You hear the kind of heavy stone doors. You see on the ground there is a ring of gold that kind of goes from either side of the door, and it kind of circles around out in front of you about 50 feet. There are some sconces, kind of some staves or staves that are there, and they have blue gems in these staves. And they are shining light, but the light is only shining in this first ring. And anything outside of it is pitch black. You can't see anything.
This is slightly foreboding.
This is crazy. I suppose this is where we stand. Yes.
Rowan, announce us.
Real quick, this is a hallway that we're standing in.
So, like, you can see to the left and right to as far as the ring, basically. And this kind of, like, gold, like, about 6-inch wide stripe of metal is, like, a half circle from about 10 feet on either side of the wall. You do see there are some tables and chairs there. You see some books on some shelves over these tables and chairs, but they're far enough away, and they're kind of like right on the edge of this circle. And then, like I said, on the circle, or right on the other side of this metal golden ring, are almost like tiki torches, right? But they're staves, and on the top is a blue glowing crystal. But all the light is facing inwards, so that this half circle is lit up, and everything on the outside of it is not, and is pitch black.
Can't even
To
see
me,
into
it's-
it with my dark vision.
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna say.
you cannot. And dark vision isn't a be all end all see in the dark.
Yeah.
No, I know,
Um,
just
But especially with these lights, these glowing crystals that are bringing light into the circle facing you, no, you can't see out. You know, it's like when you are looking into headlights and you can't see anything behind it, kind of thing, or floodlights.
gotcha.
I start to step forward, and like not past the gold ring, obviously, but almost
Right.
pretty close to it, where I'm almost like against the darkness that is ahead. And I just say, "Behold, behold the heroes of Hupperduke, the big shots of Blueholdt. We are the heroes that have destroyed the Beholder that was ravaging your kobolds here. We are the wonderful, extraordinary adventurers that have traveled here to help this town, and to perhaps gain some information of our own based on our.
Okay.
Is anyone there?"
Roll a performance check.
Come on. That would be a 23.
Okay. So, with that, you begin speaking, and Rowan begins eloquently, speaking, saying the words, talking about who you are and asking if someone is there. You hear two of you roll a perception check.
I'll roll one of them.
Should I, since I'm standing the most forward?
Sure.
on this?
I rolled a 17.
Yeah. Mine's a 17 plus 7, 24.
So, Theoden, you are listening to Rowan talk, and you are, you're like, yeah, that's good. That sounds really good. Like we're it's that kind of like, we are the heroes. We are, Sorry, Jace, you hear something. You hear kind of a rustling, and out of the darkness, you hear a voice.
The heroes of Hubbarduk. Interesting.
Yes.
It is us.
The
I bow.
big shots of Blueholdt, you name yourselves.
That's what they call us.
Tell me of the Beholder.
Oh, the Beholder. Jace might be able to speak more into this, but it was not a true Beholder. It seemed to have been what seemed like some dark magic, Jason, and
yes,
undead. Not only once we thought we killed it, it actually came back to life again for a short amount of time, but we quickly vanquished that. Our monk here, quite good with an arrow, and just to make sure, our dwarf paladin here smashed it into tiny bits to make sure that it never returns. It was quite a fight.
It was.
There were spiders as well, came out of nowhere. They seemed to be undead as well. You guys have. It was quite an interesting battle.
Please,
we almost died multiple times.
Regale me of the details.
Oh, yes, the details. I definitely wrote those down.
But you don't have to repeat everything in the battle. So give me a performance check. I will say with advantage because you have the heroes backing you up.
Hey.
And the big shots.
That remains to be seen.
This one's hero, this one's big shot.
24.
Okay. So, Rowan,
I'm reenacting it.
Launches
like, swords. I'm having sparks fly. I cue Pete, and
absolutely.
he like
so it's a
shoots up
full-on
fire.
performance then.
Oh, of course.
So Rowan, your bard, he launches into a retelling of this story, and the rest of you are quite enraptured by this. He is doing a phenomenal job, and is talking about with eloquence these moves, that he captures the glory and might of Morden's strike from your hammer, Theoden. He captures the holy and radiant energy of your attacks, Jace. He captures the fiery nature of Pete's attacks and his moving about. He captures Lee's deft and swift strikes and precision aiming, and regales of his own heroics in the battle. He even talks about
the explosion.
The explosion, yes. The intuitiveness and ingenuity of his improvised attack. he talks about the bravery of the kobolds accompanying them, of Blueholdt, including them in the battle, and their contributions are not diminished. Talks about the spiders and the sudden appearance of them in the battle. No detail is left out, and after what seems about 20 minutes, Rowan finishes with a flourish, and you hear once again this voice from the darkness.
It has been some time that a battle has been regaled to me in such detail and with such performance. I do appreciate the fine way with which you described this battle. It is also well that you destroyed this beholder, for I did know of it, and I once destroyed it myself. So to find that it has been harrowing the forests of this section of the Underdark in an undead state, I admit it did confuse me. Though it had not grown to yet an as alarming state that I had ventured forth, I was glad that those outside of Blueholdt were willing to aid this fine city. So with that, I do thank you. I will offer you, for your part, 3 questions. I have heard that you seek knowledge of a certain individual, so I will offer that outside of these 3 questions. You seek a drow. Am I correct?
That is correct.
I do know of this drow. There are others with him. I believe they come from the east, through tunnels unknown to myself. They are not close, but they are not far. And yet they are far from their own nation. Outcasts, I believe them to be. I have heard of some of them taking captive and enslaving some of our own. And I have also heard dark rumors about their actions. But that is for another time, perhaps, and also will depend upon your questions and anything else you may offer me.
Can we have a moment to discuss amongst ourselves to figure out what questions we can ask you?
You may.
Yes. What are your thoughts?
So, I mean, on the list we had, magic items and trade routes, and then away back home. I'm not sure if there's anything else that we need to ask.
Yeah, I've got the list right here. In my head it says statue.
No, we put the statue at the end.
Something about a second statue, and then I believe travel size statues is on the list. I would never forget a single thing, but I'm pretty sure that was all our list was made up of.
Didn't you want trade routes? Didn't you think that was a good thing?
What? We didn't speak. What?
Pretty sure it was you that mentioned us having trade routes.
Well,
Third would scratch his beard and just kind of stare. No, I'm
I think
pretty
you did
sure.
actually. I thought it was.
Rowan?
I thought it was odd that you said that.
Rowan, we were just talking about statues, right?
Yes, but it's not too often that we get to speak with such a probably powerful voice.
Powerful.
Is there
I find it odd we don't see him.
He hides in the shadows.
Do you
Can't
not?
be that powerful.
Based on his secrecy, I'm not sure he would
I want to see him. Can that be a question we ask?
A known
Well, that
trade
would leave
route.
us down to, rewards and then either a trade route or getting back home.
Okay, so most importantly, we need to figure out a way to get out of this place. So, Seth, did he give us
Is it
enough information
possible others
that
know?
we can tell he would help us track down the drow? Should we like go to those tunnels, or if that's the direction that we need to go, or do we need to ask us?
He didn't give you. I mean, the way he
Said
worded
least.
it would be probably more that he doesn't know how they got here,
Mm-hmm.
but they are close, but they are not. Yeah, I mean, like basically, like they're close enough that he is aware of them, but he doesn't know necessarily where they came from, other than he knows that they are from the east because they're drow.
Okay. So we need to word these questions as best as possible. Should we waste a question on our way out if we know that the other kobolds?
Yes,
possibly
it's
know
likely
where-
they will know a way out. Yes.
Hey, we just follow the way we came in.
What if we just ask to set up a trade route? That way we have a way out plus a trade route. Or
Hey,
two birds with one
That
stone.
doesn't sound like a bad idea.
so what am I gonna
Like
ask
it.
for? Oh, magic weapons. Oh, Lee, you want the magic
items
weapons?
specifically? Because if we just ask for weapons, we're just gonna wait for weapons. But if we ask for items, there could be other cool things that we can
Okay, so we want a monetary payment as well, right?
I want to see him. I don't really trust people in the shadows.
I am with you.
Trade route
I've,
for Tapaduke.
I've crushed many of rogues' heads that hide in the shadows and try to
What if
sneak
we
their
ask
info to us.
for if he would? Will you bestow upon us some magical items or benefits to help us on our journey as we move forward?
Hey.
I like that one. Yeah, that's good.
I
That's
like
good.
that.
One.
I like that.
Sorry, that's just got me. Both of you guys like mumbling.
Well, we're trying to keep quiet. We don't want them hearing.
Yeah, roll a stealth check.
Hey, I mean, oh
Do,
crap!
do we get a disadvantage since we're talking and not moving?
I automatically
Yeah.
have disadvantage. Relax.
I mean,
I know that's what I'm saying. Do we get it? Because that's technically from our armor.
I mean, if we're trying to talk quietly and you're
So-
jingling around, he's not going to hear it. So I don't know.
I have
Oh.
15 with my disadvantage.
you guys
Okay.
didn't really specify that you were whispering or anything. so-
15.
Well, I figured we were like
But-
huddling up, like
Yeah.
like a-
Sure, but you also didn't say, "Well, we're gonna whisper this."
Well, that's why I've
try to
been
be quiet.
whispering.
Yeah, that's why I've been mumbling, as
Sure, okay.
Rowan
Alright.
likes to put it.
What is everyone's?
Are we all
15.
making individual stealth checks?
I mean, you definitely still have disadvantage if you have.
Yeah, that was with disadvantage. It was a nat 20 without disadvantage.
Oh,
I rolled a
25.
nat 20 and a 14.
Yeah, that's exactly nat 20 to 14 is exactly what I rolled. That's
Do we all-
crazy.
We all have disadvantage. Is that what you said?
No.
no,
just-
just them.
Third and I.
we're
We have
wearing
it.
heavy armor.
I
Yeah.
rolled a 25.
I don't think we need to roll Lee's. He's got like a plus
14.
45 to it. He's
Um,
got a monk ability.
Sure. All right. Okay, that's all I need to know.
Okay. We do need a third question though.
Hey,
'cause we have
His name.
trade route,
trade
magic
routes,
items, and his identity.
could we set up a trade route? Would it be possible to set up a trade route? that could benefit both Blueholdt and Huppaduke? Would be the question. Second question: will you bestow upon us some magical items or benefits that will help us on our journey?
Aye.
Third question: what are we thinking here? We won't ask good one.
New sending stone. Who dis? I heard it somewhere on, in passing. Merchant said it. I don't.
Yes.
Who and what are you?
Yes, I believe that
Either
is my
that or
question.
what his favorite color is, or if he knows script.
Or what is his idea of a perfect date?
Wait.
Just to get
What?
to know the guy a little bit. Yeah.
April
Yes.
something, was it? April 28th? All you need is a light jacket.
Yes.
Love a good.
I think for the last question, we should ask his name and to see him.
Yeah, I'm all right with that. I've got mine figured out. Yeah. Just
Why not who and what are you?
Yes. I would like to.
Or
visibly
just, can
see
we know
him.
your identity?
There's some things.
Because he might consider it 2 questions if you ask it to him that way, Ron.
let's ask him if we could be friends.
An answer to "Can I know your identity?" is a simple no. But a who
Also
or
true,
what are
yes.
you?
To be fair, he could still say
Fine.
no.
Who are
He
you?
could
That
just
seems
say,
fair.
He could just say, I'm the lord of this place. We already know that.
I said who and what are you?
You hear behind you this rumbling.
I calm
Have
down.
you decided on your questions?
Yes, we're ready.
3 is a very limited number. We are
Hey.
discussing.
It's rare that we find ourselves in the midst of such royalty
Lucrative.
of.
You know what? Don't worry about it, Rowan. I got this.
No, there it is. Okay.
You hear a little
I
bit of
unclip my
rumbling
hammer.
laughter.
You hear a little bit of rumbling laughter.
I unclip my hammer.
Okay. First,
You got the chair? Let me show you a trick.
no, don't break his chair.
That's not one of our
There
questions,
are no
please.
chairs.
No, that's definitely
Okay.
not one of our first questions.
Okay, first question. As the spokesperson, please don't listen to our.
Yes,
dwarf
don't
here.
listen to the one that felled the beholder with his mighty hammer. Yeah, don't listen to him.
It was already, okay, here's our question. I'm not sure. What do I got? Not sorry, this isn't the question, but I need to refer to you as something. Royalty, sir. I'll call you your lordship. There it is. So our first question. Would you be willing to set up a trade route with Huppaduke in a way that it could be mutually beneficial with both Blueholdt and Huppaduke? Now, Blueholdt in this situation does not have to reveal its location. There can be a meeting point where trades are established so that you can remain secluded and hidden.
You hear a shifting of stone and not like a large amount, but you hear this shifting kind of thing, and you hear the voice return.
Trade. Huppaduke, you said.
Yes.
Would this be with you
Yes.
or with the city?
Easily with us. See, we entered this area from a safe haven of ours that we actually chased the drow out through. And so the trade could easily be set up with us, the heroes of Huppaduke, the big shots of Blueholdt.
That is a possibility. We can discuss that at another time. But what would you offer in trade? And what would
well-
you ask of?
We can easily get our hands on a few more of the blasting powders that, as you recall from the extravagant story of how we created some explosion to help defeat the Beholder, also from above, there is different sort of crafting materials. I see you're only using stone predominantly here. We have a surplus of wood. Wood can be carved, it can be burned. There's all sorts of necessities that come from that.
Tell her about coffee.
Armor, weapons for their troops.
We also have
Coffee, liquid energy. They
we have a
They need it.
connection. There's plenty of things from the above ground, the landwalkers.
Do you ask in return?
What is it that it would be determined on what Blueholdt would be able to provide from what they found in the Underdark, things that aren't typically found for the landwalkers.
Good stone craftsmanship, the blue gems.
Blue gems, whatever else of resource that might be beneficial to the above grounds.
I will think on this. And your second question.
Yes, you seem to be an astounding lord here in the Underdark. I'm sure you've come across some things and seem to be quite gifted when it comes to battling if you have defeated the Beholder. So we were curious if you would bestow upon us some magical items or benefits that will help us on our continued journey.
Hey.
You seek advantage in battle.
Yes.
You seek power to defeat your foes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Perhaps this can be arranged.
I'm like nudging Thurden excitedly.
Hey.
What is
Hey,
your
it sounded
final
good.
question?
It sounded good.
I don't question.
Okay, let me ask this one. Ask this one, Rowan. I can do it.
don't.
I promise you, I can do this.
No, Thurden. No.
Rowan, I can do this. Let me ask the last question. I won't mess it up. I promise.
All right, give me. I don't
me a
want to ask that
chance.
question. I didn't want to ask if we can have a moment because that's technically a question.
Give me a chance, just one chance. I won't mess this up, guys.
Run it by us real quick.
Ask
Before
No. It's what we talked about.
Yes.
I've got it. Listen,
You know,
let me just
I
take
trust
this
you.
one.
I trust you.
No.
Okay. Come on, Rowan. I've trusted you this much. You got to trust me, man. I ask one question.
I would
That's it.
hear the
We are
dwarf.
All right. The last question, guys. Here's the last question we'd like to know. Okay. We want to know if we can resurrect a giant statue of us in Blueholdt. Right? I got it, guys. Right? Yeah.
No, that was not the agreed upon question.
That was not the agreed upon question. Not a bad question.
You
Clap.
hear, once again, a chuckling sound from the shadows that as it goes, it sounds like thunder.
Yeah.
Much
that's
bravado
what-
do you have, little dwarf?
Oh,
I do appreciate the audacity.
With that, you hear this large shifting, and you hear this, and you feel the stones shift around you. You feel what like the stone beneath you shake as something stands up. And you hear this kind of thump, thump, and this kind of like heavy but quiet footfall almost. And you hear a word spoken.
Sheila,
And this cavern light begins to rise. And you see before you a very large blue sapphire dragon.
Well,
It has been some time since outsiders have come to Blueholdt. I reveal to you my nature and allow you this, for it seems you have been trustworthy with the city of Blueholdt. You may call me Manikanth.
What was that?
Manikanth, Manikkanth.
Spell that one more time.
Manikkanth.
What was the word he said that lit everything up?
Some draconic word.
You can, yeah, you don't understand Draconic. Sorry. You
guys, I got
see
the fourth
this
question.
dragon sitting. You can tell he's moved his position, but he is closer to you. But still probably about 50 feet away. But he still looms over this large, in this cavern. In the limited light that you can see outside of it. There's other areas that you cannot see. But you see in this area openings to other caverns. You see glitterings off in the corners. You see this entire chamber has probably the most concentration of large blue sapphire gemstones, bigger than you, bigger than all of you. You see, just it's glittering in this blue light. And Manikanth leans his head forward towards you, and his head is easily twice the size of Theoden.
Pete, like, full head, knees, bows.
Okay. All right.
At seeing this.
I see, and I also bow.
Okay. Theoden, you kind of stepped forward to ask your question. Did you do anything else?
How close does his head get to me?
It's probably still
Don't kiss him.
30, 40 feet away.
Okay. Nah, I just stand there.
Okay.
This beholder that you have destroyed. As I said, I did destroy it many years ago. These drow have come. They have taken citizens of Blueholdt, enslaved them, made them do their bidding.
We befriended one.
And
I
freedom.
have heard.
You may know him. His name's Skrit. He made me this. I sling my bag of holding around like the fanny pack.
Yeah, exactly. He kind of bends a little closer, and takes a look at it.
I was told of this item, and of Skrit. Though I do not know him personally, I know he is of Blueholdt, and this bag confirms it. It is also the main reason you were given such welcome to our city. I do appreciate the story of the battle.
And he looks at you, Rowan, and says,
For I have been a scholar of battles throughout the age.
he kind of raises his head back up and looks at you all and says,
You ask for trade. You ask for weapons, advantage in battle. These things I do appreciate more than simple requests for gold or sapphires. So I'm willing to grant these requests. With the restriction that you do not reveal our location.
Hey, we'd
We would
never
never.
do that.
I don't even know where we are, if that helps.
Rowan found a
He
wall.
doesn't. Yes.
I do know of Hupperduke, and if you hail from there, you are many leagues from it. As far as the Underdark is concerned and the Overworld is concerned. But I imagine you have traveled through some of the underground pathways, and there are rivers that do flow from Hupperduke this direction. I will leave the logistics to the Nilakantha. He is my ward and governor of Blueholdt. He is most trusted of mine. As for weapons, I can offer a few items. For weapons and armor are almost as precious to me as the battles and histories themselves.
We only seek to use these items to bring you more stories of battles and glory
Yes.
against the drow and the evil ones that would encroach upon your beautiful land here.
And we'll bring you back the heads of the drow that have enslaved your citizens with these items.
A high promise, but
Hey.
one I do appreciate, nonetheless. As for the statues,
I'm shaking my head, like, kidding me, like not
They-
like.
At this point, Thurden, when he's speaking about the statues, is like puffs his chest out, his pink hat just riding high on his head, his blue cloak just flailing, like, yeah, I did this.
And he turns Thurden into a statue, and he has to roll a new character for.
I'm gonna roll
he says,
like
we
the
will,
worst possible character.
while you have done us a great service in destroying this beholder, do not think that I was incapable of doing it myself. So, we will leave the statues for completion of further works of service.
Maybe just start with a plaque, you know, like, simple plaque. You guys do great stonework here. Some of the best
do
I've ever
indeed.
seen since I've been in my own hometown. But, you know, maybe just etch our names in there, you know, and big shots of Blueholdt, aka Thurden and the gang. You know, it's no big deal. No rush on it.
Perfect. Perfect.
You can throw Rowan's name in there. He might get upset if his name's not on there. Small print, very bottom corner.
The stonework you see is definitely something to be proud of.
Hey,
While the kobolds are natural stoneworkers, they have often lacked the refinement. It has been many years of knowledge and instruction of my own to this city to build what you see here before you. They are as much a part of my domain as I am their lord. So, as for travel, I know you also request or desire this, travel back. I can, in fact, send you back most expediently. But I will allow you to speak with Linnae, and as you call him, the governor, and work out logistics of trade. If you are able to provide a map of your path here, that would be of service.
Lee's been making a map this whole time.
I think, Lee, you would be willing to copy your map and share it with them, correct?
Yeah. I have a map.
Very well. I will let you discuss this with them, and then I will let you return. And I will grant you travel back to Huppertube by magical means.
Could we
and send
could we
you
ar-
with
Could we arrange for that travel
some reward.
after we get done with the drow?
We'll talk with Linnae. We'll talk with Linnae, and then I think we can come back and converse some more. But good thinking.
Yes.
Yes.
We can discuss those plans, and we can discuss more the strategy with which you intend to deal with this drow.
Hey. I intend to smash his head.
Well, if we're
For
going to bring the
now,
head back.
Speak with Linnae and the governor. The Nilakantha will assist you in setting up trade, and will let you know when I have decided what items might be worthy of these heroes. For now, I bid you thank you. And good day.
Minakath, I can't help but think your voice sounds so familiar, like the connection. It's as if I had heard it in a dream. Is there any way that there might have been a connection there? This thunderous voice that I'm hearing.
Kind of looks at you, and you hear kind of a rumbling of thunder in his throat. He says,
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
Thank you.
Until we speak again.
and with
Yes.
that, the lit room kind of darkens again. And you hear kind of a thump, thump, thump as he kind of walks away, and you hear the rumbling of what sounds like stone grating on stone. I'm not really sure what that means, but with that, the doors behind you open, and Linnae steps forward and says, "Come."
Pete, still kneeling, looks over to Agni and just goes, "We just met a freaking dragon!" and high fives him.
Perfect.
Hey, Halfling, we can't be heroes if you don't act like you've been here before.
Listen, that's a
Oh,
dragon. That's one of the biggest, best, coolest things that you can meet without getting eaten.
I consider Third
Yes.
and Dawnbreaker to be one of the biggest and neatest things you could meet.
Yeah, me too. But still,
The doors
You
shut
didn't bow
behind
to
you
me.
as you
I'll take it
as you
later.
exit, and that's where we're gonna end tonight's episode.
Oh, I did a
So
good
much.
thing, guys. He ended up answering like 7 questions after I asked
He
him
did.
that.
He did.
And we're probably going to get a plaque with Rowan's name in the very bottom of it.
All right. Well,
Very true.
I figured we could wait until.
Oh my
Lee's
gosh, we're going to
here
wait
for
until
anything.
oh my
It's going
gosh.
to be a few weeks. Yes.
Oh.
So, yes, thank you all for joining us, Igsley and Mrs. Reborn, and we had Auntie and several others with us. We appreciate you being here. Yeah, so while we may have a few more streams before the end of the year, our campaign here, the Hearth and Hammer campaign proper, is going to be put on pause because some of us, we're going into Christmas season and holidays time, and so I know there's a lot of people busy. We may, if what we have in the coming month. So I think there's like 3 weeks left before the end of the year. Maybe 4. I don't know. But we, some of us will be gone and absent for family time or other things going on. So, this campaign will be on pause until after the beginning of the year, and we'll have some other stuff in store for you. Also, because we have been doing this for a year, watch our social medias for an announcement. We're going to be having a little giveaway, and we should have that up by next week. So, anything else, guys?
Can I participate in the giveaway?
I mean, we'll see. We might have to do. I mean, so we'll tease it for sure. And I'm sure we could probably work something out for you guys to get something as well.
I'm just thankful I've known you guys for a year, Jeff. I've known you long enough, but I've been thankful in a time of just absolute craziness that I've gotten to meet you guys, and hopefully this coming year we'll meet up and I'll get to meet you guys in person. But
awesome.
1 year in this campaign, and I've learned a lot and had a ton of laughs and a ton of fun. Whether it's been crazy antics with Rowan, or getting in fistfights with Lee, or running with a small fire halfling on my shoulder. It's been an absolute blast, and I can't wait to see what we get into next year, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
That reminded me of when you put
excited.
Pete on your shoulder in like one of our very first battles.
That's right.
And like tripped running in or something.
Running in.
That's great. Yeah, thank you guys. I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah.
Again, thank you for allowing me to be your DM for the last year.
Oh,
Thank
dude,
you
I
for
have
being
had a
our
blast.
magnificent DM.
you've been amazing, man. Amazing. Teaching myself the game, at least. And
I know it doesn't always translate well being, over the internet, as far as I know it, obviously in person. I'm so glad that you guys have also experienced that now as well.
Oh yeah.
Because it is a completely different dynamic. But I think that as much as we can have a fun, unique experience online, I feel like I've enjoyed it immensely. So, and the world that we're building together has been a lot of fun. So, hope that you like it. We've learned a lot. I know I've learned a lot, and I think there's a lot that we're going to incorporate next year. So,
especially with all the new source material. Oh yeah.
Guys, I was so excited for Fizzband's Treasury of Dragons to come out. I was like, I'm putting a dragon in here.
Yes, that's awesome. I'm just gonna hate when we have to fight it. I don't know.
Wait, what? Whoa, what?
Ooh,
No, this is
calm down there, Teddy.
gym. This
All
is a
right.
gym dragon. It's a good one. What do you mean we're fighting it?
So
I'm just saying, I would hate for us to have to fight it.
Jace, why did you turn into a deadly murder hobo all of a sudden?
I'm not. This is Hills now.
The real murder hobo.
the real murder.
Yeah. Yes. Jace keeps me at bay.
He's been
Right.
forced to run a life clearing.
Yeah.
To go crazy, kill everything.
All right. Well, do you guys have anything else you want to say?
Just thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Loved
Thank you
it.
so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, can I just say that
if I'm not on or with you guys for the other side sessions, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Absolutely. Merry Christmas.
Can I just give a big shout out to our community? I mean, I remember our first D&D session on here. I think there was like 3 people. One of them happened to be my wife, and one of them happened to be me.
The other
so
one's
it's
probably
like
me. So
yeah. So I mean, we've grown from 3, and then I think tonight we had a steady like 12 to 15 people, and I mean, all you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
out there, whether you're lurking and listening or you're active in chat, I just want to say a big thank you
absolutely.
because, I mean, without you guys, we'd just be getting on a Zoom call.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Very thankful for you guys. Thankful for Mrs. Reborn,
For
mod
real.
extraordinaire, because she is fantastic. And we'll have to get her on here again for something.
We will.
Because she did fantastic in the Star Wars stream.
I'll let you guys. I'll let you guys. Yeah, here you go. You guys can tell her yourself.
There we go.
Hey,
Yeah, we just wanted to personally
Hey.
thank you for being such
thank
an
you so
excellent
much.
mod and always hanging
You got to
out
get
with
you in the
us.
camera.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
There it is.
We're
Yep.
so thankful for you being here and for moderating and for just being awesome and driving conversation in chat, because I know it's not always that, quick. But
And
we appreciate it.
And allowing your husband to buy dice.
I know
like
you
that's-
guys are
Sorry,
probably talking
again.
smack.
I can't say much. I've been buying.
How did
dice
he
myself.
know?
I know. It's
Yes.
addicting. It's addicting.
It really is.
So, yes, but
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
No, thank you, Paul, for letting me be a part of it.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
appreciate
And whenever we do
Alright.
meet up, we hope we get to meet you too.
it. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
he's not going anywhere without me. Are you crazy?
Good. Perfect.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks. See you later.
There you go. You see the better of the two reborns.
That's right. That's right.
It's the reason I don't let her stream. Gotta keep that locked down. Otherwise, I become a mod, and I'm not very good at that. You actually have to pay attention and stuff. I'm not.
That's right. That's right. Awesome. All right. Well, and if there's anything else, guys, again, thank you so much. And I look forward to whatever's next, whatever we do in our adventures. Again, hope you all have a Merry Christmas. If we don't chat between now and then, I know we'll chat like in Discord and text and stuff like that. But yes, and to the community, love you guys. Thank you so much. You all are amazing. Good night, and God bless.